Hey guys, this is Anastasia. Welcome to day 4 of my countdown to Beltane. Tonight I am obviously sharing with you my Beltane candle. Every Sabbath I make a candle. I use it in a circle with my witchy sister-in-arms, Elizabeth Crystal Hawk, and I then keep it with me throughout the season when I do work at my workspace and light my divinity candles, as you can see. I will also have my Sabbath candle burning to represent the spirit of the season as well as myself, and just kind of a reflection of what's going on out in nature. So this is what I have going on for Beltane. I made the candle from the ground up, so this wick is actually anchored by an emerald. The emerald as a stone is a very feminine stone. It works with love, prosperity, luck. I personally have a strong connection to it with fertility. I see it very much representative or very reflective of the Empress card in the tarot. When I started my tarot study, I was using a crystal tarot deck, which would relate certain cards with certain crystals. Some of the crystals I totally resonated with, some I did not. For the Empress card, they had an emerald chosen, and that really resonated with me. So I do equate it with motherhood, fertility, and Mother Nature, all that jazz. So it was kind of the perfect stone to use. I poured the candle. I chose kind of this, I wanted a more vibrant green, because this green is a bit too close to what Ostara had, but this is how it turned out, and I'm okay with it. It wasn't a huge disappointment by any means. And then at first I wasn't going to do the drip effect. I just wanted to, I covered the top with a deeper green, and I just had it as that. I kind of liked that effect just because it wasn't, it was different. But the more I sat looking at it, the more I'm like, no, I need to do the drip effect. So I put a ring of the Beltane herbs. Also in the candle is a bunch of the Beltane herbs. Unfortunately, a bunch of them sunk to the bottom, but there's a bunch at the top as well and throughout. So yeah, so I put a small little rim around the top, and then I poured the dark green for fertility, healing, growth. I chose a red for passion, fire, strength, courage, assertiveness, and then gold over the top. Because I used a feminine stone to anchor the wick, I wanted to add a bit of masculine energy, and for me, silver relates to the moon, which relates to the goddess, so gold represents the sun, which is related to the god. So I used gold instead of, usually when I'm representing Beltane, I go green, red, and white. And I decided to swap out the white for gold, just so I have that balance. We have the feminine energy within and the masculine energy without. I also, as you can probably see here, I inscribed on the candle my witch's alphabet with a Beltane invocation, just welcoming the season. And then to finish it off, I put a braid, wrapped it around 3 times as an honor to the goddess. And then I wanted to use 2 stones, one to represent the masculine and one to represent the feminine. So we have a garnet here, which is very much love energy in the masculine form, I find, and then on the back here, we have rose quartz, which is very much a feminine love energy. The way that I use, in very layman's terms, to describe the kind of energy in these two different stones is the garnet is basically sex. It is a hot night of passionate lovemaking and just the fire and excitement and assertiveness. And then the rose quartz is very much the snuggle time afterwards. It's the blissful contentment and satisfaction. So those two energies balance each other well, and Beltane is all about love. So I definitely wanted that to be represented in this candle. So yeah, this is my candle. It looks a little messier. Oh, the braid. I had mentioned that. I've got it wrapped around 3 times to represent the goddess, as I stated. I did use my normal color correspondence of green, red, and white. I used a bit of a lighter color green just to kind of match the candle a bit more. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I find that this shade of green is more reflective of spring, whereas the deeper green, if it's paired with red and white, I instantly think Christmas. That's another reason why I wanted to go with the gold on top as opposed to white. I think early on in my practice, I read somewhere or watched somewhere the traditional colors for Beltane were white, red, and green, and that's what many believe were the colors of the original maypole ribbons that were used. Now they have all different colors, and I love the array of colors. I love the pinks and the yellows and the oranges and purples and blues and all that jazz. I think the more color, the better. But for some reason, because I read that, heaven knows how long and where, it stuck with me. So whenever I craft something and I want it to represent a maypole or connect to Beltane, these are usually the 3 colors I go with. The spring green, yellow, and white. Sometimes I do swap out the white for gold, as I did up here, or for yellow. I also like using yellow, just because Beltane is very much about the sun. Kind of, it's not building in strength, it's here. It's got its strength. It's manifesting that energy. So I do like having that represented as well. So yes, that is my Beltane Sabbat candle, and my 4th craft for ushering in the season of Beltane. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Blessed be.